Hello LU staff and students. I have another analysis video coming at ya. This is my own hoop at my house. I set it up on the street, and I have 4 shots for you. 2 of them will be on with movement, and then 2 of them will be in a set position. And so I'm going to enter stage left here, and we're going to talk about 4 things with a basketball shot. So this is on a step back here. So it usually referees would call this a travel. Maybe not in the NBA. But right here, I want to make sure that my feet are below me. So we're going to talk about the beef principle. Balance, eyes, elbow, follow through. Right here, to start my shot, boom, I have balance, I have my legs below me. I have bent my hips, my knees, and my ankles are loaded. And so that's balance. And then you're going to see this kind of down movement. I go from being up, and then when I get into my balance, my movement went down because I want to load my legs first, so that when my hands come up, then my legs can shoot the ball forward, and I don't have to use my arms all that much. A lot of beginning players use their arms way too much, and it makes the ball go left or right. So we want our legs being used in the shot. So then we have our balance right there. My eyes are looking at the hoop, and I want my eyes to look at the hoop very early, because the more we look at the hoop when we're in our shot, the more we can be accurate, or just be more accurate. And so we got balance, eyes right there. The second E on the beef principle is elbow. I got my elbow under the ball, and I got my elbow pointed at the basket. And how you point your elbow at the basket is the right side of my body is going to be closer to the hoop. And that's going to point the right side of my body at the hoop. I'm not totally turned sideways, because that's not going to be an accurate thing, but I'm almost squared to the hoop, but not really. Basically my body is pointed towards my left of the hoop, so pointed over here. My toes are not pointed at the hoop, and that just points my right side to the points my body, the right side of my body, to the hoop, so that so I can line up my elbow and I can follow through. So I got balance, eyes early, elbow is under the ball, pointed at the hoop, and then right here I'm kind of loading my wrist, my right wrist, and my other hand, my left hand, is just a guiding hand on the side of the ball. And then I flick the ball up. I usually call this the pick and flick method, where I fake like I'm picking my nose, and then I flick it up. And when I do flick it up, I leave my hand there like I'm reaching my hand into the cookie jar. And look at the ball. Look at the rotation of the ball. It's a backwards rotation. That gives the ball better flight. And you want that ball to hit the back of the rim. Okay, so in real time, we just looked at it slow motion. In real time, it looks like that. Okay, I go get my ball, do a couple through the legs, and then I'm going to go into my next shot. That is another step back. This one might not be called a travel because I'm going into a gather with both my hands. I have not put the ball in both my hands yet. So I have 2 steps before that happens, or after that happens actually. So that's not totally a travel, but I got, again, my hips, knees, and ankles are loaded. I have balance, eyes, elbow gets under the ball as I'm lifting, and then I pick and flick up. Backwards rotation into the back of the net, which is what you want. You don't want the ball to go in the front of the net because you can short your shot easily. Another thing that you should notice is I have some arc on the ball. It's not going straight to the basket. If you have some arc on the ball, it's going to be better for making shots. Let's go to the next one. This next one is going to be a set shot. So I'm not on the move. I just kind of set. And if you notice, again, right when I get into that set shot, I go from standing and then I, boom, load my hips, knees, and ankles so that I can get that ball going up. A lot of high school players, college players, when they're still learning how to shoot, because it takes a long time to master a shot, they jump first and then use their arms. So there's a lot of stopping. If you notice, I've developed my shot to where I'm always in motion, and there's not really a stopping point with my motion on my shot. You're going to see this with good shooters like Stephen Curry, Buddy Hield. I'm talking about players in the NBA. They all have one motion on their shot, and it took me a long time to develop that one motion. And it's going to take hundreds of thousands of shots, but once you finally get it, it feels good. Along with this one movement motion, you're going to feel rhythm. It's kind of like a dance a little bit. And so if you can make it sort of a dance and feel some rhythm, your shot's going to go in more frequently. Another thing I want to have you notice is I'm going up. My motion is going up, and I'm not going. So my motion is going up, and as opposed to I'm not going straight to the basket. My arms are not going straight to the basket. That's going to give me a good arc so that the ball can go in the back of the net, and I can get a I can make it more frequently. Got a lucky bounce here going right back to me. That's awesome. And then another set shot, down first, balance, eyes, going straight up. I'm in one motion here, in rhythm, and then boom, I release at the top of my flight. But you'll notice that I didn't jump as high as my other shots, so I shorted that hoop. Even though I got a hometown bounce right here and still made it, I want to make sure I pop my legs so that that ball can get to the back of the net. So those were the 4 shots. So if we could put this in real time, I'll go back to the first shot in real time. Bounce, eyes, elbow, follow through. I go walk to the ball because I'm old and I don't run anymore. I'm just kidding. I run still. Step back, bounce, eyes, elbow, follow through. Hold the finish. Set shot here. All in one motion, going up. Nice bounce. And then another set shot. Didn't jump as high, shorted it. And here's where I do the look. Look at the camera, yeah, and then on a day's work look right there. Okay. Hey, this is another shot analysis video. Hopefully this helped. And if you follow the beef principle, you're going to improve your shot like crazy. I hope you're staying happy and healthy. Go LU.